I'm Toycat, and welcome back to the live stream on the internet. Today I'm going to be mining some stone, and you know the thumbnail, how it's got like a slightly, it's a weed smoking Toycat, and therefore it's a stone Toycat. That's because we're going to be mining so much stone that you could say we're getting stoned today. Yeah, that's one joke. Not even my joke, it's a stolen joke. Hello, my Toycat, and welcome back to another live stream on the internet. Today we're mining a bunch of stone because I kind of like destruction projects in Minecraft. I think that a big underrated part of Minecraft is the destruction. Taking something that exists and making it into something, more beautiful, or at least more interesting in some ways. And that's why these destroyed chunks are so interesting. And that's when today's live stream, I wanted to work on something big that I've kind of, I don't want to say neglected, but not really worked on so much. And that is this big trench through the world. Because it's so fun to fly through this, kind of like, that scene in one of the Star Wars movies. I don't even know which one, but it's like that scene in the Star Wars movie where it's like, oh yeah, you're flying through the trench. I love doing that in Minecraft, and that's why in today's live stream we'll be doing precisely that. So I'm looking forward to it. Hope you all enjoy today's live stream. And apparently Haunted Zombie is joining because he thinks I'm insane. So thank you very much, Haunted Zombie, for the super chat. I'm looking forward to a good stream today. And apparently got some donation craziness going already. So thank you very much, man. But yeah, no, honestly, I like the mining streams. I think it's a cool podcast opportunity, mixed with everything else. And in today's case, people seem to be liking literally just mining over a lot of other things, which is intriguing to me because it says, although you could do something in Minecraft, what we'd much prefer? We'd prefer to just see the pure mining beauty. So, yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, hello everyone, I'm Toycat. Hi, hello. Hope you're all doing good, getting close to 1 million. Yeah, no, that's another crazy thing, right? Are you stoned? Says Jaden draws things and stuff. I'm not stoned, but here's the idea, right? If I mine enough stone in Minecraft, I'll be stoned by the end of today's video. That joke is never going to wear old. I think it's terrible, and you're already kind of like, man, Toycat, you gotta stop. But I think like most jokes, if it starts bad, you can just kind of keep circling it back around till it's good. So big thank you, Football Player 175. I'm donating every stream now. What's up, bro? Hey, thank you for the super chat. Join in the super chat train. And Jordan, this is just a super chat hype train already. 2 minutes into the live stream. Hope you're having great Sundays. It looks like you are based on the jolliness of the super chats. But yeah, so the thing is one, first of all, appreciate the idea of why not super chat re live stream? I honestly think setting up habits like that one, why don't I do X every Y? Even though there are probably more productive ones out there than give Toycat money every, why, I like that as general. But I think it's a good thing to be every time something happens, I'm gonna do something in response. It's almost like a Pavlovian thing of every time I see that, the sun rises, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna weigh myself, or what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drink some egg yolk. That's how people do it. The sun is risen, or a better one, your alarm clock goes off. You know how your alarm clock tells you nothing? All your alarm clock does is make you really upset, really angry, and just I'm awake right now. And you're like, oh, my response to this is to wake up. I never, the moment you stop waking up to your alarm clock once, you're like, actually, I don't need to do this. The alarm clock's not the boss of me. Suddenly it starts destroying you, right? That's just a whole thing. Is this a non-cheated, mate? Yeah, no, this is my Let's Play world. It's 100% pure survival. I guess the only way you can check that is to check all the videos over the past few years. Obviously there's going to be someone who's like, well, that's not true. But anything can be proven that way. Also, big thank you, Random Videos, for the $1 super chat. I do appreciate it. Also, Haunted Zombie, IVX Stone. Thank you for the super chat. Craziness, hype already. I'd be more what's the word? I guess hype is probably the word in the voice, but my voice is just so dead. I don't even know why. It's okay, I'll yell, but it'll sting me. This is my yelling right now, and it's already stinging me a little bit. And I think honestly, a lot of YouTubers they think oh, it's good to project your voice. What does projecting your voice mean? It means yelling at the top of your lungs, because when you yell, it means you're so excited. And it's man, can we stick to chill, maybe talk about whatever else, But yeah, so how your alarm goes off, and every morning you're man, I don't want to wake up to this, but you kind of do. I find that interesting personally. Also, I find interesting is the sound you say as your alarm is so crucial, because if you set a song as your alarm, then you have this problem where, like, forever, that song never becomes a good song again. That becomes the alarm song. You hear that song, and your body is like, no, 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 not again, not again. It's a really funny issue of my problem. Also, I'm still picking up. Gonna have to skip me or says Blake 101. Okay, you know what, Blake 101, he is committed to this £3 free, live stream. But I am more than a little bit curious about, like, $2. Also, do your part. Tell everyone to sub to PewDiePie. You gotta subscribe to PewDiePie. Apparently, I like the meme joke. I like that as it gets to the end, everyone's like, oh yeah, do it for real now. And it's like, everyone's subscribed already, right? Like, you're basically like implicitly saying, why not make extra accounts and subscribe? And why not make extra accounts and subscribe? I mean, it doesn't help anyone really, but why not do it anyway? Who's to stop you? No one's to stop you is the answer. So yeah, people make money doing this now. Yes, they do. Checkmate. Checkmate you. Also, there is just so many messages coming in. Thank you to everyone for the somewhere between generosity or confusion, whichever one you want to see it as. But the interesting thing is that when it comes to your alarm song, you have to be so careful. If you get because what happens to me is my alarm song gets mixed in with my dreams sometimes. It's the weirdest thing, and then it's like, oh, I hear the alarm song, I'm like, was that reality real, this one? Also, big thank you, Hill Talks, for the 79p super chat. Continue on the crazy, hype train of super chats, apparently. The term hype train is a bit disingenuous. I mean, in what way is it really a train? I mean, it's a bit more accurate like a chain, right? Like, linked together. A train would be lots of carriages pulled by the same thing. I mean, if there is a train, I guess Haunted Zombie is the main thing. I'm not even sure. So, Kat, do you have an advent calendar for Christmas? Says JJ. Okay, here's the strategy. Pro tip, Toy Cat life strategy. So, a lot of people think I'm crazy for this, and if you think I'm crazy, then I guess objectively speaking, in your head, I am crazy. But I really, really love like min-maxing life, finding things people don't do in life and kind of maximizing that. You know how Minecraft, I'm always like, oh yeah, so here's this weird thing no one does. Actually, a good idea. That's what I love. I know it's weird, but it's what I do. Here's the thing. In real life, the version for that for Cantas. Big thank you, random videos, for the $1 super chat. Keep it going. Apparently, it's so crazy that I'm talking in a louder voice. That's how you know we're excited. Oh man, my voice is dying. But yeah, an advent calendar. Here's the real life pro strategy for it. What you gotta do is you gotta wait until the end of December. I think it's like December 30th. They sell them for so cheap. Who wants an advent calendar December 30th? This guy wants one. So 30 days have September, April, May, and okay, so January has 31 days, which means you can have a chocolate every day in January for like 1/4 the price. Why would you ever have an advent calendar in December besides tradition? If tradition is just more expensive than not tradition, I always say, I'm not down with that anymore. By the way, big thank you to longtime Mocker38. What sort of name is that? I'm not going to mock your name. I'm not going to mocker your name, if you know what I mean. It's okay, have you looked at the clock in a while? It's your bedtime. Go to sleep, says Maisie Chambers. So here's the deal, right? One, it's 9:43 p.m. I don't know where you live where it's bedtime, but maybe you're the one that needs to go to sleep. And two is that, actually, I woke up pretty early today, so after this live stream, I probably will go to sleep. It's just one of those things where, like, I think it's good to keep your brain active late in the night. Because, I think, let me reverse that. I think your brain will stay active whether you want it to or not. I have this issue if I try to go to sleep at the correct time, it's like, oh, I'm so tired, I need to get some sleep. Let's get in bed. And I'm like, have you ever considered how there's so many words in the English language? And I just sit there and I think to myself, like, man, there's like hundreds of thousands of English language words. And most people, like, if you're really good at the English language, if you study it, you know, like, 1/5 of that. And, like, most people know, like, 1/10 of the words, a little bit less. And it's like, how do we all speak a language where most of us don't know most of the words? Like, imagine how, that's so absurd, right? Like, it's like, oh yeah, imagine trying to perform maths where most people didn't know most numbers. Like, so I know 6, and I know 3, oh, and you know 4. So between us, we can work out, like, how the universe was formed. Yeah, that's easy enough, right? It's an absurd thing in my opinion, but that's how at least English works. I think most languages are the same though. Most people don't know most words, and it just kind of sticks that way. And the weird thing is, even though there's so many words we don't know, there's so many words out there that have uses we don't need to use, what we do instead, oh, by the way, big thank you, Phil Talks, for the 79p super chat. But, I got hit by something. Ah, it's a skeleton. Let's hit him right back. Show him who's boss. Yeah, it's getting pretty dark around here. We should probably get some torches. Oh, we need to go empty our stuff anyway. So let's go show you my where we're going with all of this, because you might be a bit confused. I mean, rightfully so. So yeah, this is what I want to do. I want to make a trench like this, so you can do that good old Star Wars thing that everyone loves a little bit. And look at this. We're going right in the trench. It's slightly fun. I didn't want to do it at first. I was like, this is stupid. But I like it more and more the further we get into it. So, why are these mobs trying to kill me? I'm just mining. Right, exactly. I mean, I'm just trying to be a real peaceful guy. All these mobs just have to get in the way, because they don't value my freedom, or my whatever else people value. So, get shulker boxes, says YOLOX Swag. So yeah, this is actually one of my big long-term goals in Minecraft. I want to get more shulker boxes. That was a success. I want to get more shulker boxes, because right now I don't think I have anywhere near as many as I think I probably should, and or would like to have. So yeah, it's a big thing. So with shulker boxes, they're like high up on the list. It's just shulker boxes aren't too easy to get in general. There's a lot of problems with doing it. Anyway, people might only know a fraction of language, but they can still know the same fraction of words, so it's easy to communicate. But then that raises the question, like, everyone knows, like, mostly the same fraction of words. And it's like, man, we have a lot of useless words in a language like this. And that's off the words that aren't obsolete. But, like, I feel like even if you try to use the most unusable English words that are technically still out there, everyone would still understand you. Like, something about, like, language is you instantly grasp the stuff, that you don't even grasp. One of my favorite things that I say to my friend all the time that, like, he's like, whoa, what's that about? Is, like, you don't remember the things you don't remember. But in English, you know the things that you don't know. You can understand the things that you don't understand in English, which is a bit weird, but I think it's true, right? You can, if I say, like, this is admonishingly, astonishing is actually a pretty common word. This is a really I can't even think of a rare word on top of my head, actually, because most of the words that I use, and that you probably use too, are probably quite rare. Isn't that kind of weird? I don't know. So anyway, that said, I don't want to focus too much on the English language, because yeah, it's worth noticing. I think there's a proper Vsauce video on this if you want to watch it. But it's called like the zip effect, where like in pretty much any let's say hierarchy to keep things simple, but any listing of things, you'll find that there's like one thing which is well above the second thing, but the second thing is well above the third thing, which is well above the fourth thing, and so on and so forth. Like, you find that in a lot of cases, you'd figure that the 10 most used English words would be, similarly used, or, like, 'cause they'd be close enough to each other, but it's like, the most common English word is either the or I forget which one it is, and then it's and then it's like I, and then, after that, it's like, everything else gets a lot rarer. And there's something about that that's, like, intriguing, because it's like, if you were to ask most people, so, like, how often is the most used English word used? People would be like, I don't know, like, a lot. And how much is the second least? Like, I mean, like, a similar amount. We always assume that, like, the right amount of, like, that everything should be roughly equal. A lot of people have that built into them. It's like it's a very easy first thing to learn. But, like, learning so sometimes we try to make, like, those things, and we make something else instead. It's like, one of the points put this. Also, dialect is an uncommon word. Yeah, dialect's a pretty uncommon word. Although, if you live in a country where there's different dialects, you might be familiar with it. So, I'm assuming, given the wide range of Toycat viewers, one of you lives in a country where it's like, oh yeah, there's like 5 dialects where you live. But, yeah, basically, something interesting, I guess, that comes from this is that the things that people intend to do and the things that people do are so badly correlated a lot of the time. Like, this is one of the things about humanity that I think is sadly unrealized, or maybe happily unrealized. I think it's better to think of the world not in this way, but also infinitesimal. Infinitesimal. I only know infinitesimal, which I think is probably spelled different where you've said it, which is why I'm confused. So, something that is infinitely small, infinitesimal. I only know that because there's this big argument about whether 0.333 times 3 is 0.99999 recurring, or whether it's 1. And, that comes up in the big debate. But, that one of the things I think is, like, most interesting about human behavior, that I guess I'm glad people don't know about, is that people will often try to do something you know, like, oh yeah, right now I am playing Minecraft and I'm mining stone with a pickaxe. But you know, that's what, you know, I might think that I'm doing. But what I'm really doing is some form of weird meta entertainment show where you're watching this because you're like, oh man, I bet he's not really or something. But the disconnect between what you think you're doing and what you are doing, you might think, you know, that like, oh yeah, I'm gonna relax and do this, but then you go on a social media platform where you just feel bad all the time. There's so many weird examples of just like things when you want to go and do a thing and then you do the opposite. Like even a good example of this is like it's not one. I get super annoyed when people say that. Says Liam Vandermeer. See, like it's a whole argument. I love the mathematical debate about whether a 0.333 recurring, a third times 3 is 1 or not. It's even one of the things that breaks. I learned about this because I had a website that broke because I had a piece of coding that like was like that, and it's called a floating point rounding error or something. But like if you try to do the same in code, a third times 3, you know, most early languages would just break on that because again, floating point, blah blah blah, fun fact, etc. etc. But yeah, I don't know, like it's interesting debate. But yeah, no, go back to the same thing. It's like it's interesting that the things that you think you're doing. Also, everyone's just so stuck in this math debate. Like, you know, is it a thing or is it not? Also, a popular opinion: you can be bad at Minecraft building. I think you can be bad at Minecraft building in the sense that you can be bad at breathing, or you can be bad at you know, enjoying yourself. I mean, like, if you enjoy yourself by watching 80-minute live streams of Toy Cat mining in Minecraft, you're objectively bad at doing it, right? But I mean, it's not that, you know, like that's missing some subtlety and some layers. On a surface level, you could be anything, but on a deeper level, it's much harder to be true. Also, Lofast, what football team do you support? Assuming you're you're British because you donate in pounds. So the football team I support, the biggest question you're all waiting for it is I don't support any football team, but if I'm forced to, because I mean, like, everyone loves the group identity, like the whole like, oh, you know, I'm a this supporter, you're that supporter. I say I support Liverpool for no particular reason other than like I had a stepdad that was really into football, and he's like, yeah, you support Liverpool, and you know how that's just how it works. Like, oh, I knew someone who said I supported Liverpool, so I guess that's how I do now. That's just how it be apparently. So yeah, that's a whole thing. Anyway, don't get to enchant your pickaxe when I'm breaking blah blah blah. But yeah, no, back to my point though, like the disconnect between what you think you're doing and what you are doing. This is something I started thinking out again because in a recent live stream, someone said like, you know, like, oh yeah, so all you have to do to not have, like, it was a girl that said this, just to clarify. But they're like, all you have to do is not be a creepy person and be interesting to talk to, and you know, someone is gonna like you at least some amount. And you know what I said there, because you know, like, there's the whole debate over the friend zone that always comes up, and it's like, ooh, I mean, it's not really real, but it's like, you know, there's some, you know, fragmented concepts related to it that are real. But you know, the interesting debate is like, well, I mean, no one is consciously being like, aha, I have found someone, I'm gonna be doing this with them. You know, like, you know how a lot of people, you know, have like friends where they're like, oh, this guy is being so awful, I'm gonna relegate him down to second tier friend. You never think, oh man, this person, they just like me too much, so I'm gonna stop liking them back. But most humans are the same thing where they're like, ooh, this person likes me too much and I'm a bit of a, you know, I'm not a good person, people shouldn't like me, therefore the fact that he likes me is a big you know, like a big negative fact against him. It's a real thing people think. Also, can you turn your mic up, please? I will turn it up via this. So that's just real quick. I hate Windows 10's like sound options. There's a way to open the old sounds, but I never find it. Okay, there we go. So it could be that my mic's turned down. If it's not though, yeah. Okay, so I have the weirdest thing. This is like, okay, so you know how this is like the lowest level of paranormal activity, but my microphone levels adjust themselves between 88 and 92 all the time. 92 is a bit too loud. It starts to deafen people. You hear maxing, peaking. And 88 it's a bit too quiet. The background gameplay starts to overwhelm me. And it's like, who is changing this? Why is this changing? Also, level 4 efficiency, good. You like that little improvement there? But yeah, no. So I'm haunted in the very, very slightest way, and it's kind of an interesting thing in my opinion. So I built an entire high school Minecraft by myself in a few days, says the Random Vloggers Plus Games. Oh no, that's someone else. Sorry. I mean, there's so many questions I have. Is like, why a Minecraft high school? But we won't dive into that too much. But I mean, you can always buy that great roleplay map on the store that's a Minecraft high school. Totally recommend doing that instead. So, Java versus Bedrock Edition with Toycat, which one's better? We get into this debate every now and then, and it's one of those debates where, again, you can argue all day thinking, yeah, I'm gonna prove someone right, but the truth is, it's just whichever edition you enjoy more. Like, a lot of people enjoy Bedrock more because they're phone players, and it's the version they either grew up with or played first, or have been playing for a long time. If you're a console guy, if you're a console guy, you have to play Bedrock, basically. Or you play something which is based on Java. It's not quite Java itself. So it's like, okay, not many options there, really, are there? Also, let's try those two. But in a similar way, it's like if you're a Java player, you've never played Bedrock, it's this weird knockoff version that Microsoft made, and you're like, why would anyone play that? It's the truth is, trying to look at a preference issue with objective truth, it's fun to do. It's really fun to like make fun of people that have a different opinion. But I mean, like, you're not gonna get anywhere in actually convincing people. So I try not to like involve myself in that. It's like, McDonald's versus Burger King. I'm sure it varies based on your area. Like, I'm a McDonald's till I die kind of person because of the price value ratio. But it's fine if you're not. Java Indonesia or Java. Also, thank you Jake Tendo TM for the $1 super chat. Throwing in more for that super chat train. I think we're on early. I don't know what you want to call it anymore. Like a super chat. What's a train called that's like slowed down significantly? I guess a stop train. But that sounds sad. Like, you don't want to be like a stop train. Whatever, it's a whole thing. Anyway, my question is, what is the point of a trap chest? Trap chest puts out a redstone signal, which is super, super useful for certain builds. Because you can use someone opening a chest as a way to trigger mostly traps. That's why it's called the trap chest. Now you know, even more than you knew before. Go Toycat, go. Five Guys is better than any of them. See, here's the thing. Five Guys is objectively the best, but it just doesn't have the same coverage. So it's always like, it's like in America, if you can fly Southwest, you do fly Southwest. Otherwise, you get in debates about, what are we going to do? Are we going to fly with, the bad airline or the other bad airline or the other bad airline that's slightly less bad? And it's like, oh no. And it's like, well, I mean, there's obviously a best airline, but it's just not as well covered. It's kind of like, I would say, similar situation down here in Europe. It's like, okay, so we've got like a bunch of vaguely okay things, and then there's one bad line. Or the best example is like pizza. Like if you have a Papa John's in the UK, Papa John's is just it's the best in my opinion. I know there's a little debate, but it's like, well, I mean, there's more Pizza Huts and there's more Papa John's and there's more whatever else. It's a thing. The veggie sandwiches are the best menu item on Five Guys. I really want to try a veggie sandwich sometime because I'm not a veggie. I was gonna say I'm not a vegetable, but I'm not a vegetarian. A vegetarian. I'm not a vegetarian or anything, but I kind of, it's like almost an obligation to be like, I'm gonna try every menu item to really know if they're the best. Sometimes I get in this big like debate with myself really as to like, do I really know if something is good or bad, or am I just like assuming based on the things I like? I think to objectively, objectively anything is a stupid concept you'll never get to the end of. But sometimes I think like, to really dive to the bottom, to really dive to the bottom of the whole like, is Five Guys the best? I'm going to have to try every Five Guys menu item, and I'm going to have to compare it to every single McDonald's menu item, and then we can get a good idea, get a real baseline comparison. Sometimes I think to myself also like, I could eat something I like tonight, or I could eat something I have no clue about. Probably don't, but maybe do. Could prove a misconception wrong, and then what usually ends up happening is it's something I know I don't like, but I'm just kind of retrying it. It's like, ooh, this is solidly not my favorite. It's a thing. But again, that's like the value of adventure, the value of all those other things. Could talk about that as a whole own thing. But yeah, what was your favorite vacation, says Tyler Williams. So I travel a lot, like, in like a partial video fashion. So it's kind of hard to say like vacation versus, recording trip versus trip with friends versus whatever else. Like most people, it's like, oh yeah, when I go somewhere else, another country, another city, another whatever, that is vacation. But it's a little bit harder for me. And I know that sounds like, oh, first world problems. I don't even know when I'm on a vacation. But it's just it's sadly where we're at with this one. So I'm only a vegetarian, but I'll go vegan at age 18. That's a pretty sensible outlook to have. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm gonna go vegan right now, and we'll just kind of see what happens. And I feel like there's a lot of downsides that people don't think about when they come up with that idea. So that's a whole thing. Toy Cat's World should be strictly began. It's 2018. It can't not be. I don't know what that means, Game of Players. So we'll go back to, if you're curious, by the way. So what have I been up to today? The good old Toy Cat stream question. I had a pretty good day today, actually. I went to London. I woke up after 4.5 hours of sleep or something. And my favorite thing is, like, I'm so used to getting almost enough sleep, like 7 hours or something, where my body's like, oh, I wish you could just sleep a bit more. That when I sleep like 4 hours, my body's just like, okay, apparently you don't even want to sleep at all tonight. And then I wake up like fully alert. And then as like, when you sleep almost enough, you spend your first half hour or so like in this constant phase of, I'm just gonna check what all these beeps are. When you wake up like after 7 hours or something, you're in this constant phase of, oh man, I'm tired right now. For the first half an hour or hour or whatever, then it goes away. When you wake up after so little, your body's just like, oh, it's go mode, there's an attack going on or something. Clearly you wouldn't be waking up otherwise. And then you get like more fatigued as the day goes on. So that's what happened today. I got slowly more fatigued as the day went on. However, the good news, the upside to all of that, was I ate some really good katsu curry, I think. From, like, if you know your sushi in the UK, good stuff, would recommend. Went there, really good things. Toy Cat, say hi to my kitties Skylar, Casper and Lola. They're your biggest fans and tune into every live stream with you in ye old England, says Maisie Chambers. Hello to your kitties. I'm not going to say their individual names, you know. Your cats don't deserve individual names. Let's be honest right here. Like, you're free cats. If I say you're free cats, they're like, wow, we're those free cats. They don't need more specific identification. Your days always seem more interesting to me. The biggest thing I did today was spend a few hours doing laundry. Haha, says Casey. Okay, I want to know how you spend a few hours doing laundry. So I think this is meant to be like a thing that people hate guys for. But like, whenever I do laundry, it's like, okay, so here are all the things in my house that aren't clean right now. I'm going to put them in a big pile, put that in the washing machine. I don't know what you call that. The laundry machine? Whatever you call it in America. The machine that makes things clean. And then about an hour later, after watching TV or making videos or whatever, it's like, oh, now I've got to put that in the drying machine. The tumble dryer in the UK is what we call it. And then I take things out, and it's like, yeah, I did laundry today. Honestly, I used to, when I lived with my parents, one of the things I was scared about when it came to moving out was like, oh man, I've got to like clean my clothes every week, or I don't have clothes. Like, I'm sure that's just a fact you might be aware. One sec. I had to check something really important. But, yeah, my cats are offended. Why don't you set up a Haste Beacon, says Noah's other channel? I'm moving back and forth too much. I'd have to move the Haste Beacon too much for it to be worthwhile. Everyone always says the Haste Beacon, and it's like, oh man, but I mean, the Haste Beacon isn't right for this situation. If I was the MVP moderator, don't reply. I don't know what that means. Yes, we hit 923,000 subscribers. Oh look, we hit a milestone on the stream for once. Oh, that is good stuff right there. That is a positive piece of news. I like that. We didn't have washer dryer, so once a week we go to the laundromat. Oh, it's like like the laundromat, like you see in like American TV shows. I was sad when I learned the laundromat wasn't like a common thing. Like, I secretly wish that's how my life would go, because you see it in like Friends, or you see it in like, and you're like, yeah, this is gonna be a fun thing. I'm gonna go there, gonna socialize, learn like your neighborhoods. I figured it'd be a fun event once a week, but no, it's like, yeah. It's just everyone owns like a washing machine, a thing. I spent almost the whole day making a cardboard llama for basically Christmas, but Sinterklaas. Oh, is that the really weird Dutch thing that like uses Black Santa or whatever his name is? There's this really weird thing. I don't think it's actually racist, but everyone calls it racist. There's something like the equivalent of like Black Santa in the Netherlands, and it blows my mind every time I remember. Also, hi Toy Cat, says Mary Maniac. Good to see you, Mr. Maniac. Coming here to save the day. Actually, Oh no, you're not moderator on YouTube. Coming here to vaguely look at the day. How are 777 people watching? Oh, I went down by 7 now you said that. You did this to me. But yeah, we hit 923,000. What should we do to celebrate, guys? Like, also, hey, says ice stream. Good to see you, a stream. I mean, I know it's pronounced ice stream, but a part of me is like, why is it not a stream? Like, a stream. Like, you know, you're in the stream right now. A stream. maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I'm crazy wrong. Maybe it's offensive that when you first see someone, you talk about their name. But you know, that's a good way to break the ice. That's why I like to yell polar bears at people. Best way of breaking the ice. Oh, actually, I've always thought that's terrible, because polar bears don't even break ice. That's like polar bears' defining characteristic. They don't break the ice. You know, if you think polar bears are a good icebreaker, then boy, do I have some bad news for you. Watching this video while doing laundry, says RoboSheeps. Honestly, podcasts have, and, you know, things like that, YouTube videos, have saved me from so much, like, cooking and laundry stuff. Because, like, cooking is such an enjoyable activity, but it's just not, like, you know, it's not quite there till you throw in a bit of a live stream or a bit of this. How do you have so much time to play Minecraft, says Duomion. It's because I have absolutely no life whatsoever. Also, I stream? See, right, okay, you know, I can see I stream instead of a stream. But, like, yeah, like, I laddie, it's my stream. That's why I'm getting there. Also, J Davis Bro says, is Toycat ignoring me? I am ignoring you, J Davis Bro. Confirmed right here. You saw it. Do you draw by chances? It's our players. I don't draw. And I've been surrounded by people my whole life who find drawing to be a pleasure, like, a favorite thing of theirs. But I don't think I'm a whole thing. He's not really black anymore because it was racist. Oh, it's not. He's not black anymore. I think it's more racist to make him not black to make him not racist. Like, if he's a black, it's like, you know how Jesus was a Middle Eastern man. He was born in, you know, this. We're jumping straight into the Middle East today. But Jesus was a Middle Eastern man, and it's a bit weird that they changed him from Middle East to white. And it's like, you know, how do we do that? And it's like, oh, guess that's a thing we worked out, right? But it's super weird to look at that and say, like, oh yeah, so in that same way, because we're scared of him being called an, what is even a term for, like, Middle Eastern people? Like, an Arab isn't offensive. It's like, so we kind of change things regardless? I don't even know. So, Cat, how do you get that stuff? I have the staff of my pickaxe, the rod here. It actually looks like a staff, doesn't it, when you look at this? I do like the Riptide enchantment. It's pronounced EY stream. Oh, that's how you say it. Oh, sorry, EY stream. See, now I know how to say your name. EY stream. Good to see you here, man. I mean, like, I feel like we follow each other, but we've never had a conversation. So, nice to meet you. My name's Toycat. I mined stone for a long amount of time with no real purpose in sight. And these guys are my subscribers. They like to watch me because we're all a little bit clinically insane, I feel like, if this is a form of entertainment. And yeah, that's me. How about yourself? Your name is, don't know your name. I'm gonna assume if your name is EY stream, either your initials are EY. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna go with EY. So your first name is Ethan. Am I correct on that one? Look at that. I love you, IBX. I get no homo. Oh no, okay, wait, I can hit show on that. There we go. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Look, I'd say I love you too, but I feel like it's a bit early in our relationship for that. So, you know, it's okay. I almost love you too. I love you like one loves a bowl of fruit. Like, it's good for me, and I'm glad it loves me. And, you know, I'm ready to commit to that bowl of fruit anytime now. But, you know, this very exact moment, it's kind of tricky. Also, Ethan stream. That's what I was picturing. Like, yeah, his name is like Ethan, and he's a streamer, right? Am I correct? EY stream. Did I nail that? Did I get that perfect? I feel like Ethan is a common name in Australia. I have no basis for that, besides the fact that I made it up right now. But I mean, I feel like it must be true, right? It must be. It's science or something. My name is Jordan. Aha. So okay, let me follow this to its conclusion. So if your name is Jordan in Swedish, the J is a Y sound. So E, J, or because you're playing a Swedish-made game, EY stream. There we go. Nailed it. Easy. What are your views in communism, says VexVex. About 1.3 million right now. Yeah, you see what I did there? I'm very clever. person. High quality comments, nothing but this. So I don't know any Ethans in my school. You know, I think Ethan's like it's a very foreign name. Like I know lots of Ethans on the internet. I don't know a single Ethan in real life. Like I'm not even sure Ethan is a real name. Like I think it's like people on the internet use Ethan as a fake name, and there's just a lot of them doing it. That's the closest thing I have to a theory on this. Nothing else makes any sense. So we're going to throw all this stone into a chest. It's handy that we have all this stone because I'm going to need it for the Nether soon. So that's a handy little fact right there. Throw this all in there. Look at all this stone. We are just so prepared. Beyond belief. And now let's go back down. So I know 2 Ethans IRL and they're both mean, says Fallout Boy. Oh, Fallout Boy. Hey, nice. So we've gathered 2 things. Ethan doesn't exist and Ethan is mean at the same time. This Ethan guy isn't great. There was a person named Ethan I had a few classes in middle school. Maybe it's just an American name then. Because, you know, like, I guess, logically speaking, most foreign people I know on the internet are American. And therefore, most foreign people that I know are called Ethan are also American. It all adds up now that we say it. It all adds up. So, yeah, we're going to go underground for a bit now. Just because I want to mine in this direction a bit. So that I can eventually connect this long tunnel, that, you know, this huge underground area, with the, whatever that thing's called, the trench I was building. So we're just going to mine a huge tunnel this way. Just get rid of any stone we can. In fact, actually, let's mine behind the wall here. Because we might find diamonds or something. That'd be nice. I'd like to find diamonds. And if we just mine a block every now and then you'll be, oh, okay, so that's fine, that's fine. It's not the Nether, it's okay to mine a little bit of lava every now and then. You just gotta kind of excavate and make it be clear. Toycat, are you stunned or am I being clickbaited, says the Marimaniac. Well, you see, I think what you'll find is the case. Is that I'm going to mine so much stone that I'm going to get crazy stoned in this live stream. Like, look how stoned I'm getting right this very exact second. What did the poor stone blocks do to you? I mean, the better question is why have the stone blocks not paid tribute to me? I'm going to go Game of Thrones on this and say, oh, there was a weird lighting glitch. So much of this world I haven't touched, like, in many updates. So there's just a lot of stuff that's like, oh yeah, this is a weird holdover of a time long past. Let's just get rid of the lava here. It's inconvenient. And all things that are inconvenient should be gotten rid of. Boom, we got Toycat's political views all locked down right there. Okay, let's just get rid of that. And boom, look at that. Now we can actually get through here. We'll leave the lava in place so I accidentally walk into it sometime and get really upset with past me. And then we'll keep on going. Let's do this. Let's see how far this tunnel really goes. Oh, that's concerning. There's a lot of weird, like, stuff in this world. I'm inconvenient, says Jackson B. You are inconvenient. I'm glad you know that you're inconvenient. So, yeah, I really like mining in Minecraft. I think it's one of the most relaxing things you can do in this game. And the reason I think that, because a lot of people are like, no, Toycat, mining's so boring. I wish anything but mining. It's because you can really zone out or zone in as much as you like. You can be tactical. Oh, this is weird. You can be tactical about mining if you want, or you can do the exact opposite. You can say, yeah, screw it. I'll let what happens happens. You can put as much physical effort into the mining as you like, or you can just chill back, watch a Toycat video, a podcast, or whatever else. And that's something I've always really valued about mining in the game, personally. In real life, it's not true, actually. If you mine in real life, you kind of end up doing nothing. But just a interesting little pro tip for you right there. So why did you call your channel Toycat, says you flower? I feel like I explain this every, like, few months. So I'm not going to tell you right now. I'll just say I've explained it in multiple videos, and I just kind of don't want to explain it again. I'm sorry if you haven't heard me explain it before. I know to you it's like, man, 100% of the time I've asked why you call yourself Toycat, you haven't explained it. But I think as a YouTuber, like, if you repeat yourself too much, you go insane a bit too fast. And I have this this rule where it's like, you know, I should try to stay sane. In my opinion, I think people are generally better when they don't feel like they're going insane slowly, bit by bit. Controversial opinion, I know, very controversial, but that's my real opinion. Can you destroy this dungeon, says Carrie Celesnake. After the stronghold destruction video, a part of me is like, you know, we should spend some time, just kind of relax before we do another big project. I think that'd be a good idea. How come we didn't finish the second paragraph in the description? It says dead channel. I want to read the description on this video now. Like, what did I put down there that's confuse you so much? In the description of this video, as of me typing right now, confuse you so much. Says, oh, I'm digging a big trench, then connecting it to my. There we go. I'm digging a big trench, then connecting it to my. That's a pretty good description of what I'm doing right now. It works for me. Also, there's so much lava over here. Like, so much lava. A near endless amount, it feels like. We're just going to go straight for the iron for now. Because I need iron right now. I need a lot of iron. There's a lot of places I need more iron ore. I just don't have it. And you know what the easiest way to get iron is? It's to go and mine it in your caves that you already have access to. In my opinion. Controversial one. So, Toycat, what do you think about John Bellion? I don't know John Bellion, besides he's an artist, and I think I've accidentally listened to one of his songs, because that's a thing that is a thing. Toycat, do you think the US is... What is that comment? What is that comment? This is what live streams turn into. You answer too many questions, and then something like that comes up. Whenever someone says controversial opinion, unpopular opinion, I'll be down for saying this. It usually is followed by a pretty popular opinion that isn't actually controversial. I think you see it that way because you might agree. I mean, the truth is, you give people a lot more benefit of the doubt when they admit their opinion is controversial. Like, if I say controversial opinion, let's kill everyone with diabetes. No, sorry. If I just say, hey, we should kill everyone who has diabetes, you're like, man, my grandma has diabetes. You know, like, all the people who are, like, ready to be angry, get angry. If you agree, you're just like, yeah, you state an opinion. Whereas, if you say controversial opinion, also, why are you digging a big trench? Are you sure you shouldn't be digging 3 million big trenches? You know, now that you mention it, I'm not sure if that is the correct number of trenches. I guess there's only one way to fix that. But, yeah, no, I think stating a controversial opinion is a way to, like, admit, like, look, I know not everyone's going to agree with this. A lot of people might. But if you do agree with it, I'd appreciate you mentioning it. Because I think that's the big point behind it. Because a lot of times, you know, a lot of times you'll watch a video, and then there'll be a big... In fact, actually, in the modern age, a lot of times something happens, and then there's a huge controversy that comes from it. And you're like, how did that come from this? Like, I thought it was pretty widely accepted that this is the case, but it's like, oh, no, that's a thing. There was a big controversy at one point that, like, airlines, what they do is, airlines have something like called frequent flyer programs. If you fly more than an airline, they reward you in different ways. One of them is, like, you get to board the plane first, and there's a few things like that. There was a huge controversy that, like, oh, don't you think it's a bit offensive that people with the most money, who probably are the people who fly the most, get to board the plane first? A bit of this or that. And it's like, how? You can spin anything around that way. And because of because everything is a controversy, you know, 2018, it's really easy to turn something into a controversy if it's not already. I think, like, stating, like, look, this might cause this, especially if you're saying something that isn't just mild and nothing. If you're saying something that really can be misconstrued, or can be construed in a whole bunch of different ways, it's good to get people on your side by saying, look, I know not everyone would agree with this, but if you do, please also agree with me. Because I think it's important we get that out there. So yeah, there you go, fun fact. Because I agree, on like Reddit and stuff, you hear, like, controversial opinion, I don't think we should gas Jews. And it's like, oh man, try telling that to 1939 Hitler. Wow, I salute you and your brave opinion. But yeah, the truth is that even though a lot of controversial opinions sound uncontroversial, I think on the surface, on any other level, they actually are. Also, good to see you, whoever just joined the live stream. I missed the live stream scrolls at a really weird rate, and like my eyes just aren't tracking it right now. But if you just joined the live stream, you said, "Hey Andrew, hello, person who just joined. I saw your hello." Is it controversial that everything is a controversy, though, says Casey? It is controversial that everything is a controversy. That's the worst bit. It generally is. If you say that, it's like as such as like, oh, you don't think it's correct that, like, insert big issues here? And you're like, oh, we agree on that. We just agree and do... Like, the internet causes this worrying effect. It's basically radicalization, but radicalization on everything. Not like, oh, no, what's something, when you think of radicalization, you think of like what, terrorism, you think of like extreme, crazy, political views or something. But like any opinion on the internet is radicalized, I think like the idea of something just being okay on the internet is like super super hard. Anything, but I think the people who defend that, the people who have been radicalized, let's say, by the internet, are then like, whoa, you think that it's not okay to get radical about everything? Do you think that it's okay just because someone didn't give me ketchup at the store and I drink a lot of sugar? That's not a controversy? Wow, you're anti, I know. Who needs sugar in their diet? Diabetic people or the opposite of diabetic? People who can't eat. People without teeth. Yeah, people without teeth. They can only drink fluids? Wow, I don't have teeth and, McDonald's doesn't sell ketchup. And it's like, well, the truth is like, that's, like, there's a reason business practices exist. Starting a controversy, it seems effective, I guess, at least. But yeah, it is, what I'm saying here is it is controversial to suggest that everything is controversial. Because people who believe in something that they know is an outside belief want to believe it's an inside belief. No one wants to believe that they've got an outside opinion, even when it's very clearly an outside opinion. Which is, I don't know, weird facts of Toy Cat. I always have a sugar rush. I think sugar rushes were proven to be fake. I could be insane about that, but I think I read something about that. Like, we just say, oh, children, they've got sugar rushes, because it's an easier way to deal with children than actual stuff. Also, check your Twitter soon. I'll check it right this very second, as we got the ladder, actually. Ah, you got the picture of the cat. Your cat looks exactly like Cookie. Like, I'm convinced you stole Cookie, the Maisie Chambers. Like in your cat, anyway. I'll retweet it so you guys can see a picture of, so you guys can see a picture of Cookie off the live stream. Would recommend it. Anyway, let's go back. Let's take our stone we've mined, put it in the place, and let's go back to the trench. That was nice. That was a good break. But I want to go back to the main thing. So, this is what you do when you're desperate for views, says Blackwolf57 Gaming. Yeah, this is what you do. You literally make the most boring title you can, and then people click it anyway. Anti-clickbait. That's how you get the views in 2018. By tricking people. I actually had someone, like, the weirdest thing is, like, I would say the videos I'm making right now are arguably some of the, like, if you're going to have, like, a clickbait spectrum, somewhere lesser on this year. Like, again, I think my entire goal is just, like, look, make videos that are actually like the thing I say they are. That's all we have to really be concerned with. But a lot of people are like, oh, man, I used to respect you more when you didn't do this. It's like, I've always tried to have tried to make videos that people would like to watch. Because that's the entire reason this thing exists. The reason that I can take days like this, or like can stream 90 minutes at the end of my day, as well as record, as well as release video, as well as work on some big projects for future videos, as well as this, that, is because, people click on the videos. If, like, if people didn't click on the videos, you wouldn't be able to click on the video, you wouldn't click on the videos, and you wouldn't see the things. It's like, oh man. Like, some people hate on things just because it's successful. Even though it's, like, legit and real, it's like, oh, man. Because that's the thing about clickbait. You can hate clickbait if it misleads you. And I think we should hate clickbait if it misleads us. I think that hurts the value of the platform as a whole. But I think hating clickbait because I wanted to click on this, you got me curious, and I'm upset you got me curious. Man, I watched your video, and I enjoyed it, but, like, I don't have respect for you because you made me enjoy it. It's like, ah. So, how does one stretch a 30-second video? It's 10 minutes, says A-Rect. You mean, is this like a reference to something I've done? Maybe Seed Sunday? Yeah, that's a similar thing, actually, like a similar criticism you get, where it's like, you doing this, thing, where it's like, I don't know, would you prefer that wasn't a thing? I'm not even sure. By the way, do you like my cave? It looks pretty good, right? Especially after that destruction I did on Wednesday. I really like streams like this and stuff like the Let's Plays. They're just so soothing, says Amad2. I'm glad you like the Let's Plays. I like them a lot too. They're honestly one of my favorite videos to record in the week. I have this absolutely terrible idea. Let me reveal this to you right now. Because, again, me and my editor are having like a big debate of whether this is the best or the worst idea we've ever come up with. But I want to do a Let's Play episode but I'm just gonna be eating Doritos during the Let's Play episode, but without mentioning it. Just, it's a Let's Play episode, but every now and then I'm like, crunch, 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 crunch. And you see, the thing about the Middle East is crunch, 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 crunch. And I don't know if that is the worst or the best idea, because I go back and forth. I'm like, that is awful. Why would I do that? Why would I not? And then you're like, actually, you're not. It's meta. It's whatever. Best idea. See, like I don't. I get if enough of you want it, I'll do it. You know, I'm gonna play around with that. Toycat's editor must have the easiest. Toycat's editor must have the easiest job ever. Why does he have the easiest job ever? Out of interest. Because he just suggests me eating Doritos for how many minutes it was. I mean, maybe. How about we just do that as a live stream one day? Just Toycat literally just eats Doritos. I love Doritos so much. Side note, like, they're one of the best forms of crisps, but I always feel so bad after I eat them. Like my body literally is like, please kill me now, rather than do this. Eat potato chips instead. Doritos are my favorite thing about Doritos is they like cross borders. See, English is like mildly different on every continent, but the one thing that isn't is Doritos. Everyone knows Doritos equals those triangle crunchy things that taste amazing. Saying Doritos for 85 minutes. Now there's a good idea. Mining coal with Silk Touch? Yeah, I was considering getting a separate pickaxe for it, but I really can't decide, so I'm just not going to, I guess. The best Doritos are the purple flavor because it's vegan. I mean, all flavors of Doritos are vegan if you just don't read the label. Pro tip. No, I could talk about vegans all day. Why are you doing this? Says Michelle Jansma. I really, really, really want to make a furnace, but I don't know if it requires 8 stone or 8 million. See, there we go. We've got the format going again. There we go. We nailed it. Do a video on the borders of Jamaica on your second channel. Isn't Jamaica an island? Yeah, Jamaica is an island, right? That's the joke. Actually, I'm gonna be making an Argentina video soon, I think, because everyone's all the world leaders are in Argentina right now for the G20, and I always want to know, like, what happens if a huge disaster happens in Argentina? Like, what if Argentina literally snaps in half? Is it like we just deal with less world leaders? Is that a good thing if you replace all the world leaders? Like, because, you know, if the US president dies, there's a clear line of succession, right? And most countries have a similar thing. So it means that even if you kill the president, you're going to get, like, someone with similar enough views to him in office instead. Kind of like when JFK was assassinated. So on and so forth. I've always wondered, like, so when you kill a leader, you basically just get to re-roll the dice on who the next leader will be. It's not very exciting, that's why you shouldn't do it. Pro tip, don't assassinate the US president. Would not recommend. Not worth the, the hassle and all the other steps, just to re-roll the dice. But I wonder, like, if you re-roll all the dice of the biggest world's economies all at the same time, like, maybe that does something good, maybe it does something bad. Because generally speaking, the way the world's markets work are like confidence. Like, if you're confident, the things will keep working the way they do right now. Generally, stocks, etc., they go up. If you're scared, there's uncertainty, things go down. If all of the world leaders die, it's like, oh man, that's a pretty big batch of, like, confusion. Maybe, maybe one of the countries goes under. Pro tip, don't kill the US president. You also can't joke about killing the US president. Like, that's a big, big, big no-no. So, lots of fun facts. Someone made, oh man, please don't do the Hillary thing. Like, please don't do... I think it should be a rule that outside of political, like, actually political videos, talking about current presidential candidates should be a banned thing. And, like, when people who believe in their favorite political candidate, regardless of which one it is, it's never a informative opinion. I formed my opinion really, really early based on one thing, and now I need to convince you because, in my opinion, my life depends on it, or whatever else depends on it. It's like, yeah, this idea is disgusting, but get your last 100k, make Fortnite videos, says Rainbow Sheep. My brother said the same thing to me today, actually. He was like, oh, I'm not saying that you should stop. Like, again, my brother, like, is vaguely aware of gaming, so he likes to give me advice because he's my big brother. He's like, oh yeah, I know everything about this thing that you do that, I don't. Whatever, I'm not gonna. A lot of people do that. It's like, it's fine, like, people love to inform about fields they don't know things about. Like the political candidate thing I was talking about. My brother's like, look, You just gotta record big games right now. What's a big game right now? Fortnite. Boom, checkmate. But like, it's really, really obvious to everyone that Fortnite was an easy source of views. And honestly, last September, Fortnite was the easiest way to get money, get ad revenue, get whatever else you're into. Money and ad revenue. I guess ad revenue is money. Unless you get paid in, like, Red Bull. Which I guess a Red Bull sponsorship would pay. Anyway, my point being is, if you, I guess it's not revenue if you get paid in drinks. But anyway, my point here, talks about eating Doritos, then talks about world leaders dying. It's a pretty good transition, right? So, speaking of things that are crunchy, wouldn't it be pretty crunchy if we died? Is it just me, or is he mining a specific pattern? How about we mine in an exactly opposite to specific pattern, just to upset people? Let's see how people feel about this one. Oh, we can't pick up the blocks if we do that, so maybe we shouldn't. Or maybe we'll just do it like it's an obstacle course, where we just like jump in, jump in, jump in, jump in. Can we talk about ruffles? I had ruffles in Canada. They were pretty okay, so no, we can't. So yeah, apparently everyone loves the Doritos idea. I think everyone's going to hate it when the video comes out, but you're not. I'm going to do it now. Tomorrow I'm going to buy a bag of Doritos, because it's Let's Play Monday. Oh, that's still a specific pattern. But it's a really annoying specific... Actually, it's a really good-looking one. I kind of like it. This is really inefficient. Let's mine in a really non-specific pattern. Just like a few blocks over here, a few blocks over here, a few blocks over here, a few blocks over there. Yeah, this is the good stuff. Oh yeah, that's good. You like that, don't you? It actually looks okay no matter how we do this, in my opinion. Obviously, that's just my opinion. I'm just one internet cat. But it actually looks pretty good. Canada has a ketchup kit chips. Ketchup. Okay, so here's the thing about ketchup crisps, not chips. Learn how to speak English. I'm joking, but so yeah, they are called crisps, not chips. And also, ketchup crisps taste amazing because they don't taste like ketchup at all. That's their trick. It's like, oh man, this is such a terrible flavor. But think about it. What flavors of crisps actually taste like the flavor they claim to be? Like smoky bacon? Does it taste like bacon? No, it tastes like something vaguely which smells like bacon. You know, cheese and onion? Does it taste like a slice of cheese and some onion? You know, I love cheese, I love onion. No, cheese and onion is this weird, like, ooh, kind of flavor. Every single flavor of crisps, because if they made them taste like the actual thing, they taste pretty bad. Like, cheesy Doritos are the closest thing, for example, where it tastes like the thing that it is. It's really overpowering. That's a thing. So yeah, long story short, on this one, do you have a cat? I bet it's a toy, says the Random Vloggers Plus game. Man, you are a creative genius. Sour cream and onion. Sour cream and onion might be a good idea, like a good example of a good one, actually. Ready salted is the only legit one, because it's like, all it claims to be is salted crisps. And I'm assuming it's called ready salted, because back in the day you didn't get salted crisps. That's my wild assumption right here. But, yeah, basically, every single crisp flavor doesn't taste like what it tastes like. In fact, you might have tried before tomato flavored crisps. In the UK, we have something called Snaps, and they taste really good because they don't taste like tomato. Stop chipping. Yeah, I don't know what that means. So salt and vinegar is the best crisp flavor, and it doesn't taste like vinegar. It just you know, I have a lot of issues. Let's just get them out there in the world. Let's grab all this stone, and let's go back to base. We're doing pretty well today, I'd say. I'm liking the amount of stone we picked up. Hey, how did you add your tail to the player model? It's because it's in, we're in Minecraft Bedrock. So, okay, in Minecraft Console, they released an Ocelot skin with a tail. Then when Console got rolled into Bedrock, they released a YouTuber skin pack, which had my old Console skin. There you go. Fun fact. Easy. Nailed it. Prawn and cocktail, Walker's Crisps. See, prawn cocktail, again, it's another... Have you ever tried prawn cocktail in real life? Tastes nothing like the crisps. I personally quite like it. But, like, if you like a flavor of crisps, you probably don't like the thing in real life. And if you like a thing in real life, you probably don't like the flavor of crisps. And I think smoky bacon is the best example of that. Like, man, I can't get over that. Although, wait, in the UK, here's a recommendation. If you ever come to the UK, we have a flavor of crisps called Worcestershire, or if you want to be American, Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. It's like this weird, I don't even know what it's meant to be. But it's really, really, you know, it's legit, it's good. Doesn't taste like the sauce as far as I'm aware, but it's good. It's like they're purple bags. I'd show you right now, but I don't know how to easily do that. But yeah, long story short, I like that stuff. It's all good. Still mining stone, huh? Says Quadivar Grass. You make me feel bad about mining stone now. That's actually offensive to my people. I need to write an essay for tomorrow, but I'm sat here watching this. OMG, help me, says Domian. Okay, so even though you're watching my stream and potentially giving me ad revenue. Wait, I'll hit the ad revenue button. Yeah, now you're potentially giving me ad revenue. Even though you're doing that, I'm going to give you advice that you probably shouldn't actually. I think procrastinating, the hardest moment is the one where you're like, okay, this is the time I'm actually going to stop. So let me advise you right now. Against my own interests, I think you should stop procrastinating. Start doing your essay or whatever you gotta do. So now I want to mine stones as random vloggers plus gamers. It's like that thing where, you know, like people are like, oh, your mother says, oh, if your friend jumped off a cliff, I bet you wouldn't do it too. If your friend got really irresponsible and decided, you know, we're just gonna mine stone for a certain amount of time, apparently you would. So I'm gonna finish the trench in terms of bring it all the way to the edge of the world. Because I only ever wanted to get the trench to, like, where the world properly ends. So let's get it going there, actually. Let's do that now. Because that seems like something we should do. So we're going to dig half of this down here. I guess we're going to have to gravel up all this. Get half, do that. And let's get underneath this water to the other side. And hope that we don't hit water. Which we probably will eventually, but we'll deal with that when we get there. Procrastinating is even worse in university because there's no teachers to push you to do work. I think that's what makes university a better, like, test of... I know we can't see anything, by the way. A better test because, like, it's one of those things where you just... Having to force yourself to do work is a good thing because it reminds you that you want to do things because you want to. When you're young, the world just has to teach you, like, look, do this because, trust me, do this. How many times has your mother been, you know, your parents, let's say your mother though, because, I mean, I grew up with a single household. But how many times has your, insert parental figure here, been like, do this, why should I do that? Whatever, man, who pays the rent around here? Oh, is it not you? Then I guess you're going to be doing this, aren't you? I mean, they don't do it in that way. But, like, it's a valuable lesson where you're like, oh, sometimes you do things because people just tell you to do them. That's what the whole school system is. It's just, look, sometimes you're going to have to do things. Learn how to do them. And you can get away with not doing them, but it's generally bad for you. You know, exams in school are just, look, how well can you follow our darn instructions, please? Also, if you did the Dorito thing, please put a warning in the title. I think if I was going to do Dorito thing, I'd call the video, like, Minecraft Let's Play, except I'm secretly eating Doritos. Well, I don't know what I'd call it, but, like, it's again, it's an idea we've had that's absolutely awful. And I'll be streaming for another 18 minutes till the stream ends. Easy stuff. Sorry, till the... Oh, I found a cave that I actually have mined into before. Now that is a happy coincidence. Right there. But yeah, let's go underneath the dirt for now. Make some big darkness patches apparently, but besides that, we're all good. And then see where we end up on the other side. Let's assume we ever hit the other side, I guess. Someone asks you liberal and conservative. In the UK, you know you can be both. Like, I'm a little bit upset when people are like, hey, here's my country's political system. Where do you fit on it? And it's like, oh, in different countries, there are different beliefs. It's like in the UK, I think even it... Oh, wait, I had a really good one, actually. It's like, if you're a conservative in America, you're very anti-monarchy. If you're a conservative in the UK, you're in Australia, Canada, etc. Means you're probably, you know, it's like you take the same things, but you're conserving something different. So it doesn't even make sense, like, you know, whatever. Anyway, so Toycat, do you actually have legs? No, this is actually anything past here doesn't exist. It's a fabrication. I'm actually in a, I was gonna say a wheelchair, but like a desk chair. I know this is gonna get offensive if I keep talking, so I won't. I'll move on to talking about potatoes. Because have you ever tried a raw potato? If you haven't, then man, you are missing out. I've been getting great about homework. Oh, I've been great about getting homework and stuff finished recently. Procrastinating is easy, but it's really satisfying to have everything done. Honestly, what I like to do is I like to reward myself every now and then with a good procrastination. Like, it's legit one of my favorite things to do is be like, yeah, I can procrastinate right now. I've earned that right. And it's the weirdest thing, but actually, like, psychologically, it does make me feel good. It does make me feel good. I've seen your legs on Instagram, you're lying. Don't believe everything you see on Instagram. It's all, what's the word people used? Airbrushed. It's all airbrushed on Instagram. It's all designed to make you buy energy shakes and teas that make you vomit out your behind. Can you be shirtless for the rest of the stream? Sure. You gotta give me. I mean, like, what does a stripper charge, like, to take off a shirt? I feel like whatever that price is, like, I don't know, $30. I'll be shirtless the rest of the stream for that. Actually, that's a bad idea. I feel like the number of downsides that come from being shirtless don't match the number of upsides you get from $30. Haircut is pure fire. Thank you. I know it's sarcasm, but I can take it as a compliment anyway, because it's the internet. So, I'm socially libertarian, but conservative most other aspects. Yeah, you see, like, I don't like that a lot of people just are like, hey, I'm going to learn about politics for 20 seconds, label myself one of the two major factions, and then start fighting wars about it. It's like, I mean, if one of the two sides was conveniently right about everything, or left about everything, am I right? No, am I left? Then it's, whatever. Let's not do that. Anyway, so, yeah, I was saying that, like, school is there to test, can you follow instructions? And then, like, higher education is about, but can you learn to enjoy making your own instructions? Really basic labor just requires follow instructions given to you. Look, here is a pickaxe. Go mine some stone. Come back here with all the coal and diamonds and whatever else you find. It's, you know, it's a thing, you know? My voice is dying, by the way. Good thing we're near the end of the stream. But, yeah, and then, like, if you're doing a really basic job, you only need to learn, like, know, like, oh, follow these instructions, easy. Whereas there's a lot of, let's call them complex jobs. I don't want to say higher end, because a lot of them are low end jobs. But it's like, you need to be able to work out all the individual components and how to do each of those components. Which is why university is very independent, because you got to work out how to do it yourself. This is what's required of you, go do it, is the kind of message. In computer programming, for instance, it's like, look, I want you to make a website that does this, that. I'm not going to teach you how to do it. Go learn for yourself. It's a whole thing. So, Toycat, can you do another cooking with Toycat? Says Poor 7 Yu-Gi-Oh! So, I have some good news at the end of this live stream. So, tomorrow, I have a special guest all the way from the United States who's going to be doing some cooking with Toycat. Assuming one of us doesn't die in our sleep tonight. That should always be a clarification, you know? Like, there is a non-zero chance that I die in my sleep, and that you don't see Cooking with Toycat tomorrow. However, if I don't die in my sleep, and or contract, like, bronchitis or something, then tomorrow, you better believe you'll see some Cooking with Toycat. And Max Miser is excited too, given that $1 super chat. Thank you very much, Max Miser. Appreciate it. From the USA, more proof it's Obama. I mean, when was the last time Obama tweeted? Probably more than 70 minutes ago, whenever the stream started. Just saying, it's suspicious. So, we got Jeff. Jeff isn't from America, he's from Zimbabwe. Well, I mean, he's British, but he's like, his family is from Zimbabwe. And he's very Zimbabwean. But no, it's not Jeff. Let's be honest, school is like, ×2. Also, it is Kit Kats, Leanne. I was going to keep it a secret, but I mean, it's okay to keep secrets a secret. No, it's okay to reveal live stream secrets on a live stream. Dang, he last tweeted 33 minutes ago. Is that true? No, you're lying to me, Javelitz. Did he really? Obama Twitter. Why does Obama need a Twitter? Out of interest. Let's see when he last tweeted. Oh, he really did. He tweeted 34 minutes ago. Okay, well, there you go. It's not Obama. It's Kit Kats. It's confirmed. Guys, stop asking for a leg reveal. It's really rude. He doesn't have legs. Oh god, it's a baby drowned. Oh, okay, that's a weird one. Oh, it doesn't care about me though. Huh, odd. Why not? Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. It's a very broken baby drowned. I'll leave him be. He can do his thing. So, what if Kit Kats is actually a bomb? I mean, we haven't ruled out that situation. I mean, like, have you ever seen Kit Kats and Obama in the same room? I think you'll find that you haven't. I'm just going to kill this thing. Forgot. Do a face, chest, and foot reveal. Face reveal, chest reveal. And just for you, maximizer. Ugh, there's my sock. Wait, I can knock the camera off with it. Oh. I knocked the monitor, not the webcam. Anyway, let's do this. About 12 more minutes till over. I think you're incorrect with your... Oh, no, yeah, you're right. See, at least I checked before I fully called you incorrect. It must be when a jockey drowned, meaning it can only attack when it rides another mob. Oh, is that true? No, it attacked me. Never mind. You're wrong. Probably. I mean, either you're wrong... Well, someone's wrong. Let's just hope it's you. Nice socks, says Liam Venomir. Oh, you like them? Got sushi on there. I love sushi, man. Like, sushi is, like, top 10 world food. I'm still upset. Like, I feel personally offended when people are like, oh, I don't eat sushi. It's raw fish, dude. I find raw fish gross. I imagine that being like, oh, man, I don't have a girlfriend. Girls have cooties, of course. But, like, you know, like, if you're a 30-year-old dude saying that, it's like, okay. One of us is has not progressed past 15-year-old self. But yeah, California sushi. Yeah, this is the best thing. Okay, so people who hate there's a lot of people who hate the Californian sushi roll because it's called the California roll. It's like, oh, that's terrible. Like, what's the deal with that? And it's like, you know, taking food and like adding to it is usually how you get better food. Also, big thank you, Hayekian, for the £1 super chat. Like, Japanese sushi is good, but it's designed around the concept of a thing. Also, I'd eat sushi if I wasn't vegetarian. You can get vegetable sushi. Like, it's not as exciting, generally speaking. But you can get it. And it's, like, half as fun. Literally just mining dirt for 80 minutes, says Lucy Miller. Damn straight. Now we gotta do that live stream. Just because of this one. It's okay, I dare you to mine an entire stack of obsidian with your hand. Oh, God. Do you have a chest, says Carrie Sellersnick. I mean, how would I not have a chest anywhere in my Minecraft world? That would be the more surprising fact. So I'm going to turn all of this into stone brick now, because I think I'll need to do it later anyway. Just to make my life a little bit more convenient. Then we'll throw it all in there. And yeah, now we've got enough stone. Like, we can make a significant amount of progress in the level with this. Which is handy, because as you all know, next weekend, I'm doing my most confusingly tedious live stream yet. I'm really looking forward to it. I really am. I'm gonna watch Jeff's videos after this stream. Jeff doesn't have videos, does he? I mean, I guess, apparently you know better than me in this case. You're the one about to watch Jeff's videos. Okay, so... mine obsidian for 100 minutes. I've done live streams where I've mined for more than 100 minutes. It does start to drive you crazy pretty quickly. Surprisingly, I genuinely wouldn't have assumed, but it does. So mining air block for 80 minutes. I mean, all those times I'm not mining stone, I'm mining air, I think you'll find. Why are you walking a million blocks though? It's a really like weird goal I have. And it's like, you know, can we do it? Let's find out. So, you're my favorite YouTuber. You've helped me through some times. Please notice me, says Ryan Winfrey. Hello, Ryan Winfrey. This is your notice for the day. There you go. High quality toy cat noticing. Now, I'm always bad at, like, the whole, like, notice me thing. Because I like... What does a notice mean? Like, if I just say, I noticed you. It's done. Then it's like, but okay, that's a thing. Literally traveling for 90 minutes. Oh, it's now a fun meme. So you. Oh, my camera's still pretty low. A lot of people say the greasy hair thing. I want to clarify that. It's as again, one, I mean like different hairstyles, different like blah 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 blah, blah levels or whatever. Two, it's like I mean like you're looking at me through a camera. I've got light pointed at. There's a light over there. There's a light up there. There's lights over here, and there's light here. It's all causing shine, you know? Like, if I turn off all the lights, my hair will look so much better. Oh, look how clean my hair is. Look, actually, yeah, you can see at the front, it looks not so good. But, like, wow, you just took a You know, you just did, like, it's, the problem is like, having so many lights shine on your hair is not good for your appearance. Like, if you get, like, specifically crafted lights, but this is just, like, it's, you know, it's an office light. I don't know, that's my opinion, at least. Ooh, let's do this. So let's do one last big... Okay, so we've got another 6 minutes of mining. Let's try and get the best we can. Also, eating Doritos for 80 minutes. You'd have to eat so many Doritos for, like, an 80-minute live stream. How many Doritos would that be? Like 12 bags? You would get, like, sick from Doritos. That's a terrible idea. I kind of want to do now, like, could I eat Doritos for 80 minutes? Probably not. Probably? I'm not even sure, actually. You're not... Chat, do you think you could eat Doritos for 80 minutes straight? Let's say you got paid, I don't know, like, £20 or something. $20. It's like, oh yeah, so let's say someone super chats you $20. Again, that's going to be my fair comparison. Because during a live stream, you know, some live streams we make like $20, $30. Sometimes we make like a lot more if it's like an update stream or something. But like, actually, no, on this live stream already, we got a bunch of super chats. But like, someone's like, okay, here's 20 off your local currency. All you gotta do is eat Doritos for 80 minutes straight. I could, but I'd puke it up afterwards. I think that... No, I'm on keto, says Dylan Adams. See, I'm liking that. I'm liking that brutal honesty of just like, screw it. I'm too good to my health to eat several bags of Doritos. I guess honestly, it depends what speed you eat the Doritos at, right? If you eat Dorito every second, you'll die. But if you eat Dorito like every 15 seconds, like, Dorito, you're only eating 320 Doritos, which is like 3 bags. I'd eat Doritos for money. I want money. I think money is underappreciated in modern society. I'm just saying. Dare you to make the rift 20 blocks wide, says Wacky Blue. Honestly, I think the wider you make the rift, the less impressive it might get. Because, like, by the way, big thank you for the $2 super chat. And the dare. Love me some dares, my favourite thing in the world. But, I think the real... Also, it feels like we're making a lot of progress, but at the same time it's like, oh man. But it's still so high. So just going to put stone there and there, so we can properly mine on this side of it. But, yeah, no, the problem with your suggestion is that I think it looks not quite so good. We'll do a quick flyby in the last few minutes. I'm going to try and get as much done with this last pickaxe run as I can. So we can't go up there. I guess we'll go underneath. You know, I've really put myself in a bad place now. Just place a block there and there. Easy. So besides all this water pouring in, this is going quite well. I should have brought some signs with me. That would have been a smart move. If I had thought of that, I'd be going in a good place right now. However, I didn't think about that. So I'm not in a good place right now. Mine a chunk out of your world and build it on the surface. That's a really fun idea. The problem is people just accuse me of copying it. Even if I record the whole video. Like, people who accuse you of cheating and hacking or whatever else are always the laziest types of people. I've seen this so much on the... You know, I beat Minecraft without jumping, then without crafting, then without mining, etc. Some people are like, oh, it's fake. It's like, based on what evidence? And they're like, well, I mean, it is, so checkmate. And it's like, well, I mean, I guess I can't disagree with that. I guess if you say it's fake, I guess it just is. But that's a little bit frustrating sometimes, where it's like, oh man. Like, at least the people who dig into you too much, at least they keep you honest. Because it's like, oh man, this guy is gonna... You know, I don't like when people do that weird deep dive where it's like, so, I learned that Toycat discarded 16 bags of Doritos last week. And it's like, oh man, that's kind of weird. But, you know, people who are lazy and accusative are almost worst. Like, if someone accuses you of murder and they're like, look, the last 16 weeks you've been missing at these times, it's like, man, you're putting stuff together you shouldn't. But at least you can see their concern. If someone says, I think you murdered this guy because you look funny and I don't like you, you're like, thanks for that. Thanks. Good accusation. Actually, not. Fun fact. Doesn't being accused of something, like, suck the worst? Like, when someone assumes you've done something you definitely haven't done. And the worst bit is when people drop their assumptions because they know they're wrong. You know, a good example, a really petty one is like, hey, someone farted. I reckon it was you, Toycat. And it's like, no, it's not. They're like, oh, I mean, I'm going to keep that on there. Or like, someone stole my stuff. Was it you? They're like, no, I know being accused of wrongful things, bad idea. Would not recommend. This is the whole concept of the Making a Murder documentary, I think. Did you discard 16 bags of Doritos in the last week? Says Lamicab Burdette. I'd probably, I'd have to be pretty concerned if I did. I'm glad I didn't. I don't eat Doritos, just because, like, when I'm in a crisp eating mood, generally speaking, Pringles are like the thing for me. If you're able to eat a whole bag of Doritos, a whole like tub of Pringles, so much more satisfying. It's like, yeah, look at all these Pringles are just mine. Like maybe it's like a status symbol to me or something, but like. Pringles are a status symbol, but when you eat them, you feel pretty like, yeah, that's me. I'm doing good. I'm making Pringle money right now. Justice Hillary says in 2nd grade I was accused of cheating on a test by a substitute teacher, even though I was just running a student about something the teacher stressed about. See, that sucks, right? You're like, man, this isn't okay. You can't do that. Anyway, though, we have come, sadly, to the end of today's live stream. If you want to see the progress made today, because it was mostly from here onwards, so let's fly through the entire thing. I think we did some pretty good jobs. There's a lot of places where it's, like, kind of not. But, like, look down here. It's so much lower than it was before. Oh, I left out some snow. This is looking much better. We've even gone underneath a few places. But I think this goes to show, like, digging a hole through the entire world, it's going to take some time. It's going to take a lot of hours. And that's why, look forward to seeing part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... off this live stream coming at you live once a week for the next 10 weeks. No, with that said, hope you all enjoyed this video. Tomorrow I'm doing a Let's Play. I think a lot of people are going to hate based on, okay, you know what, chat, you made me do it. Now when people hate it, I can say, well, the live stream chat forced me to do it, at least. I didn't even get notices, Mr. Master. Now you did. But yeah, next weekend, I'm really looking forward to doing this live stream. It's one of those things that's like, I'm going to be finished and think, why did I do this? But I want to walk 1,000,000 blocks in Minecraft, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So come check out the live stream. It's going to be like 8 hours or something. So if you have 8 hours spare next weekend, come spend them with your boy Toycat. But yeah, if you don't have 8 hours spare, then thank you very much for watching today's video regardless. You can like it if you did like it, because it doesn't help out the channel at all, but it boosts my ego and lets me know you did like it. You can share the video if you want your friends to see what you get up to on the weekends, i.e. concerningly dull things. And you can subscribe if you want to see more live streams. You don't, but if you subscribe, then it boosts my ego, and it, like, that number up there goes up slightly, and who doesn't want that? So yeah, thank you very much for watching today's live stream, and I guess I'll see you all in the Let's Play tomorrow. Goodbye. Oh no, Let's Play on Tuesday, because tomorrow, Cooking with Toycat. Damn, I forgot that. Yeah, Cooking with Toycat. Tomorrow, something like 8 PM, whenever stuff happens. Okay, goodbye.